It's one of those places in the country that is broken up by just a few hundred feet of water, where one side has long had a general dislike for the other.
This game needs no explanation.
Each lost thinking they don't have what we got. Their accomplishments will never add up to ours.
In college football history.
Once a year, they cross the river to prove it.
It is OU's time.
Blind to the other's success because their own is... Texas, Oklahoma, the Red River Shootout.
Welcome to legendary Cotton Bowl Stadium, where over 100,000 fans are ready to watch one of the greatest rivalries in college sports. It's the Uni of Texas ready to hit the field as they take on their arch rivals, the Oklahoma Sooners, 19 versus 7. And here come the Longhorns. Not only is this a big rivalry game, but an important one in the Big 12. Oklahoma, West Virginia, Texas, all undefeated in conference play. Something's got to give today. Hi, everybody. I'm Gus Johnson, along with my partner, Joel Klatt, and welcome to Dallas, Texas. Texas comes into this game, Joel, winners of 4 straight, and it seems like Coach Herman is starting to get his guys to believe.
It's really about 2 things for me for Texas, right? And the first thing is they're starting to get really good quarterback play from Sam Ehlinger. He's been a big key to this resurgence for Texas. And the key for him is not turning the ball over, avoiding the big mistake that plagued them late in the game last year. Key to that, only 2 interceptions. But the biggest factor of this turnaround, the defense. In the last 11 quarters of football, they've only given up 30 points. They are fast, physical, but most of all, they're hungry, especially for a victory today over Oklahoma.
All right, Oklahoma comes in 5-0, 2 of the most exciting college football.
Hey, man, these lights in here aren't bright enough for Kyler Murray and Hollywood Brown. We'll start with Kyler Murray. This guy has put himself firmly in the middle of the Heisman Trophy race. He's putting up numbers that we didn't even see in the first 5 games from Baker Mayfield a year ago. And he's doing it. Hollywood Brown, 24 catches, over 100 yards per game, 5 touchdowns. Best deep threat in college football. They have to play great today against a very physical Texas defense.
Oklahoma beat Baylor last week 66-33 in Norman. Kyler Murray accounted for a school record tying 7 touchdowns, throwing 6 and rushing for 1. Time now for Progressive Insurance Free Kick Flow, a series that dates back to 1900. Texas leads, but Oklahoma 9 edge in the Big 12 era. Each of the last 4 games in this rivalry have been decided by 7 points or less. OU, Texas, Red River, next on Fox. Welcome back to the AT&T Red River Showdown here on Fox. It's OU taking on Texas. 2 top 20 teams, and time now to join the 3rd member of our squad on the sideline. But tonight, or today in the stands, the All-American girl, where are you? Jenny Tad.
Well, Gus, the best way this game has been described to me as culture versus culture. For Texas, the players told me they were ready to play this one last Sunday. The excitement has been building. Senior P.J. Locke said, when you come to Texas, you're brainwashed to hate Oklahoma. But for these Sooner fans, they've got the bragging rights, and they're not afraid to tell you. Linebacker Kenneth Murray knows this rivalry well. He grew up in Texas. He said, these fans, we thrive off of them, off this energy, and when you do so in this game, you'll remember. Even though Lincoln Riley said, on the sideline, you try to act like it's business as usual. It feels different. And Gus, it feels different up here.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. I tell you one reason it feels different. It's hot. It's humid. 80 degrees. It feels like it's going to rain right now. As Texas won the toss, deferred OU to receive. Partner, what do you think?
Let's get down. It's showdown time.
As you take a look at the series history, this is the first time these 2 teams have faced each other ranked since 2000. As I mentioned, the last 4 meetings decided by 7 points or less. Sutton and Trey Brown back deep. Cameron Dicker, the kicker, ready to send it away for UT. Texas, OU, here we go. And Oklahoma will get a shot. Trey Brown gets it to 20, 30, and finally chopped down at the 30, Cameron Dicker. A 31-yard return. And that's Kyler Murray, the quarterback for Oklahoma. He was benched last week for showing up late to a practice. I tell you, they need to bench this kid every week the way he played.
Maybe they should, right? He was unbelievable last week, and this guy's combination of elite athleticism, the ability to run the ball, and his efficiency throwing it is so rare. Texas is very concerned outside using his legs.
His 1st and 10 at the 35. Out of the shotgun. Murray keeps it. Murray, quick. And he picks up a 1st down on his 1st carry of the game. Kyler Murray, partner, has feline quickness.
I'll tell you what, this guy is an elite runner of the football, very Lamar Jackson-esque. But I think he's most dangerous when he's getting the ball down the field to players like Hollywood Brown. Watch out for a play-action pass here early in the game to go for the big one.
Brown in motion. They swing it out to the 1st down, hits the sideline of bounds for Marquise Brown at the 40.
That dude is a bad.
1st and 10 at the 40. Trey Sermon in the backfield. Got the bulk of the carry since Rodney Anderson went down against UCLA with the season-ending knee and gives it to him. Sermon trying to get outside and does. Switches hands, powers his way forward, and picks up a 1st down. Brandon Jones there to knock him out of play after a 12-yard gain.
No secret that OU likes to start fast. They're one of the best first-quarter teams in the country, one of the best first-drive teams in the country. A year ago in this game, they did it with Trey Sermon on the ground in the 1st drive, and then it was a big strike from Mayfield down the field to C.D. Lamb. But I still am waiting for that play-action pass. You know a shot is coming. You got to be aware if you're the Texas defense of the deep ball to number 5.
First 3 plays, 9 yards, 16 yards, and 12 yards for OU. 1st and 10 of the 28. Murray looking, throws down the field. Calcaterra, touchdown Sooners. Greg Calcaterra, the California kid, replaced Mark Andrews this season, and he's paying off big for Lincoln Riley.
What a route from Calcaterra, an even better pass from Murray. First of all, he's just going to get into the seam, and he's going to find the open spot down the field. And what Calcaterra is able to do is get vertical, and then he goes vertical to catch that pass, and Murray threw it perfectly up away from the defenders and just short of that. When it came down, it's all is.
Looks like he is short.
And also completing the process of the be twofold here as they're looking at it.
Grant Calcaterra suffered an upper body injury against Baylor last week, left the game and did not return. He caught only 1 ball against the Bears, but it went for a 30-yard touchdown.
And after that replay that we saw, I'm a little concerned for OU's sake about the process of the catch. Mike Pereira is with us in the booth, our rules analyst. Mike, what do you think about this one?
You know, Joel, I think the initial look was to whether it was down, and he is short. You know, to me, he's going to the ground. He has control first, so we know that the ball can hit the ground, and the ball can move. The question's going to be, does he absolutely lose the ground? I'm really not sure. He does lose possession of the ball when he hits the ground. So when it spins away like that, I think that's loss of possession, incomplete pass.
I agree. And remember now, that process of the catch is so important. And Mike, he secures the ball. He obviously gets the foot down, but then there's not a football move. So now we're going to the ground. He's got to control it through contact of the ground.
After reviewing the play, when the receiver hit the ground, he did not maintain control of the football and it hit the ground. It's an incomplete pass. Ball will be returned to the previous spot. It's 2nd down.
And that's the key process. So it's control than a foot or another body part, but in order to complete the process, you have to turn upfield, extend to try to break the plane, but without that, you've got to hold on to the ball, and he didn't here. That's the right overturn.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. Always an honor and a privilege to have our man in the booth with us during the game. Texas catches a break. 2nd and 10 at the UT 28. Sutton and Sermon line up in the backfield. Hollywood, bottom of your screen. Murray, play fake, looking over the middle, caught. Sermon, great catch, on the move, and he'll go down inside the Texas 5.
What an amazing little route. This is the RPO. Watch, he's going to come in, then he's going to go right out into the middle of the field. Sermon is on the route. Murray's reading the defense, and then he's wide open. Great read from Kyler Murray. He can give it on the run play, or he can take it out, throw it right down the field, and as the linebackers scoot up towards the line of scrimmage, it's an easy completion.
A gain of 24 yards, 1st down and goal at the Texas 4. Opening series for Oklahoma. The drive started at the 35. Murray decides to run it. Throws on the run. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown OU. Last week, Brown, 5 catches, 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. His 7th 100-yard game.
I want you to watch Murray as he takes off. This is the effect of electric athleticism. See how he's going? Now the defender has to make a decision. He decides to go with Murray. Murray flips it out. Easy touchdown. Brown walks in.
And Joel, just looking at this Oklahoma team, we had them week 1 against Florida Atlantic. We saw them against UCLA. They have so many weapons, so many replaceable parts.
And they get better every week. Remember, Murray has not played a ton of every week. He gets more and more dangerous.
Fox College Football is presented by AT&T Business, providing edge-to-edge intelligence. And is sponsored by Bright House Financial, established by MetLife. Welcome back. Oklahoma looks fast and furious to start this game. Hollywood Brown with yet another touchdown. Had 2 last week against Baylor.
And he's the one to watch. Sponsored by Chick-fil-A. Earn points and redeem rewards. This guy, 26 catches on the year and over 20 a catch. I mean, the explosiveness for Hollywood Brown off the charts.
Deshaun Jameson, the deep man for Texas. Austin Seibert sends it away. And this one kicked out of the end zone for a touchback. So that brings on Sam Ehlinger. He's turning out to be a terrific leader for the Longhorns.
Yeah, and that's really the word, Gus, is leadership. And after that Maryland loss, this guy not only started playing much better, but he started being more vocal as a leader. To me, the key is his ability to avoid the big mistake. Last season, you know, this guy for interception. This season, it's 83 attempts. He's taking care of the football, and he has to do so today.
Interception on the final play of the Maryland game. He's gone 128 throws without an interception, 3rd longest streak in Texas history. 1st and 10 of the 25. Watson in the backfield.
Well, he let the clock run out. That is a bad mistake.
Offense, penalty. It's 1st down.
Penalties a problem for Texas last week.
10 penalties last week. They had 10. This is certainly a team that has struggled with those yellow hankies on the field, and that's something you have to avoid if you're going to pull an upset.
1st down and 15 to the 20. Back run. And Ehlinger picks up positive yardage. Crossing the 25 up to around the 28. Khalil Hugden.
This OU defense much maligned, but they are better than they have been in years previous. And Mike Stoops knows that he's got to put together a great game plan today to stop Texas, who's been playing very well.
2nd down and 8, empty backfield for Ehlinger. He'll throw it underneath and gets caught on the move. Little Jordan, and little Jordan Humphrey breaks it outside and finally goes down. Inside Oklahoma territory, Kenneth Murray with a tackle after a gain of 28.
What a great design there from Texas. They love those little wide receiver screens, and the big wide receiver has been a problem for Texas. Grown men. Little Jordan Humphrey stands at 6'5".
Colin Ellinger winds up and caught over the shoulder inside the 10. Colin Johnson, 36-yard pickup.
It's going to be a problem for Oklahoma all day. Parnell Motley, who's in coverage, number 11 in the corner. He's only 6 foot, and the 6'6", 220-pound job runs a terrific route, and what a throw from Sam Ellinger right over his shoulder.
First down and goal at the 9. For Texas on their opening. They'll run it with Watson, the Cal transfer. And he gets inside the 5. Kenneth Murray with the tackle again.
There was all sorts of extracurricular on that play. Brendan Radley-Hiles and Colin Johnson were getting after it. Both of their helmets got knocked off. The officials now talking to Colin Johnson. They're going to have to remove him from the field. Let's try to see. Radley-Hiles, number 44. He's there.
Texas came off. He has to sit out one play.
So 2 California guys, Colin Johnson and Buki, going at it. Squads. Ellinger running it. Not a lot of room as he dives forward, but there is a flag on the play. Curtis Bolton with the tackle.
Illegal formation. Offense had 5 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. It's second down.
Oklahoma has not stopped the team in the red zone yet this year, partner.
And look at this. You just have the wide receivers that are too far off the line of scrimmage. They've got all 5 of them in the backfield. Pretty easy call there for the head linesman. And Texas, they've struggled in the red zone, just like the OU defense. This is a theme. This is weakness against weakness. We always talk about strength against strength, right? But this is weakness against weakness. Texas is one of the worst in the country cashing in the red zone. Only 68% score percentage. That's 125th. OU's defense dead last in the country.
Second down and goal at the 10 as they move it back for UT. Ellinger looking, delivers in the corner, and incomplete. Looked like a hold, and yes, flag on the play. Colin Johnson's the intended receiver. Parnell Motley had a fist full of his jersey.
And the key was that Johnson...
Pass interference. Defense, number 11. Foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line.
Watch this. Watch as Johnson goes after the football. How many times do we see a wide receiver just give up and then complain for the flag and say they were held? The fact that he tries to go back and up for the ball, that's what ultimately allows the official to see the hold and that grab down low.
First and goal of the 2. Little Jordan Humphrey in the end zone to Colin Johnson. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, partner, we're back in the Big 12, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
I'll tell you what a great design. Little Jordan Humphrey in the backfield. Little Tim Tebow-esque jump pass into the back of the end zone. Wide open. Great drive from Texas. They punch it in.
Cameron Dicker in to attempt the extra point. And it's good. The Red River Shootout, folks. Off to a great start. Texas marches down the field, scores, and we're level at 7 in Dallas. And here are the Go RVing sights and sounds from the State Fair and Cotton Bowl. Bring me up turkey leg. What's the deal with that?
Sorry, man. I was busy getting myself some fried Snickers. Delicious. By the way, this is the most unique thing in college football. And you know that because VY is here, Jamal Charles is here, DeMarco Murray is here. You got all the greats from OU and Texas out to watch the Red River Showdown.
Texas responding, going on a 5-play, 75-yard drive, scoring in 2 minutes and 6 seconds to tie it up at 7 as Dicker sends it away. And this one kicked deep and out of the end zone. Now coming up next, number 3, Ohio State hosts Indiana in Big Ten action. Then it's 10th-ranked Washington taking on UCLA. All right here on Fox, or watch it anywhere on the Fox Sports app.
Haskins this season has been playing so well. 2 come from behind wins now in the 4th quarter against top 15 teams. Last week against Penn State, that was one of the great environments we've seen all season long.
Buckeyes came back and won that one in a big way. 1st and 10 at the 25 for Oklahoma. And they'll hand it off. Sermon slicing through the hole, crosses the line of scrimmage, keeps those legs churning. Minahu finally wrestling him down after a gain of 3.
Huge key for this Texas defense is that they've got to stop the running backs for OU. You cannot allow the running backs to start churning out yardage, because then the R plays, the play action pass, they start to get the ball down the field with more efficiency. So that's got to be a focus, is making sure their eyes are on Trey Sermon early.
Now remember, when Murray takes off, he is one of their better running backs. 2nd and 7 at the 28. Here he is looking, delivers on the sideline. CeeDee Lamb out of bounds. Beautiful throwing, great catch. CeeDee Lamb with the gain of 20.
Exactly what I was talking about earlier. Normally you get a guy that is an elite athlete and he doesn't throw passes like that. That is so beautiful. A layered pass over the shoulder of a corner route. Come on. What are we doing, Murray?
CeeDee Lamb had his 2nd 100-yard game of the season last week against Baylor. 3 catches, 101, and a touchdown. 1st and 10 at the 40. Murray, and it's CeeDee Lamb once again, but a flag.
I think they're going to get a hold on the inside against Cody Ford, number 74.
Holding. Offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty. It's 1st down.
You're going to watch Cody Ford, number 74, and as he's going down, and then watch Texas defender tries to come back, and he just throws him to the ground right there. Very easy. That's number 60, Brecken Hager. Cool story of why he's wearing number 60. By the way, he's honoring Tommy Novus. Ford is called for the holding there.
1st down and 20 at the 44. Brown lining up in the backfield. Murray dumps it off to Brown. Oh, and he gets jacked. Chris Boyd said, not on my side. A loss of 3. Boyd is the kind of player that'll be playing on Sundays next year.
Go wide receiver corners as well. Boyd is 6 foot, almost 200 pounds. You see how good he is, keeping that outside arm free, getting Hollywood to the ground. Excellent chance here for Texas to get off the field defensively.
Boyd, preseason all Big 12. 2nd and 23 after the 3-yard loss. At the 41, Murray sprints out to the other side now. Stops, delivers, picked up, intercepted by Brandon Jones, and Texas has it. Flag on the play.
Murray just didn't see him. Rolling to his left, trying to go back across his body, stops, and throws it right to Brandon Jones, the junior.
After the interception, personal foul, illegal block below the waist, passing team number 1. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. It's 1st down, Texas.
Wow, what great field position now, and these turnovers are starting to come in bunches for the Texas defense. There's Jones. He's just back in the middle of the defense, way back there. And watch this Murray. He's going to roll to his left, doesn't see it. Now he's going to pull up, trying to throw back across his body. He never saw Jones. He's just sitting there, waiting for him. They're trying to get the ball to Lee Morris down the middle of the field. Jones almost suckered him into that throw. You're not going to get a easier interception than that. Great job from Texas, and now great field position.
Longhorns will start at the Oklahoma 29. Keontae Ingram in the backfield with Sam Ehlinger. Ehlinger to throw it on 1st down. All day, steps up, wants to run, and he'll slide down about a yard in front of the line of scrimmage. And when you look at Ehlinger, it seems like his confidence is just growing by leaps and bounds every day.
To me, it's the decision-making. You see how confident he is in his decisions, going through the progression, choosing to run when he needs to.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29.
OU's going to have to play those safeties back like you're seeing and give some help to those corners for these big wide receivers.
Ellinger hands it off this time. Great pressure by Oklahoma. Kenneth Mann, the redshirt junior from Burleson, Texas, with the tackle for the loss.
And Mann cleaned it up, but it was Curtis Bolton with the pressure in the backfield. That's why Ingram had to adjust. And then Mann was right there. And now Oklahoma with a great opportunity to force a kick after the turnover.
3rd down and 11 at the 30. Texas needs to go to the 19 for 1st down. Empty backfield for Ellinger. Sam Ellinger under pressure, underneath, caught way short of the 1st down. Devin Duvernay, who is the cousin of Kyler Murray, the starting quarterback.
I mean, that's a big sequence right there, because the sudden change defense, you got to go out there and force a kick, and OU was able to do that. That's a huge win for the Sooners, regardless of what happens with this kick.
That brings on Dicker, the kicker. Cameron Dicker, 5 of 8 on the season. His long is 46 yards against USC. This one from 44 yards away. Drills it. Great omen for the Longhorns. A little pushing and shoving going on at the Cotton Bowl. 10-7, Texas.
10 quick points by Texas here, and this season got off to a slow start. You remember the Maryland loss, then they only beat Tulsa by 7. They found themselves in the first quarter, but it was a turning point. Little Jordan Humphrey scores. They ran off 34 straight, and since the Longhorns have been back. TCU, Kansas State, first win against Kansas State since 2002, and they've only allowed 30 points in the last 11 quarters. And a big reason has been this defense and their ability to get turnovers. That's their 7th interception in the last 5 games that they got in the last series. And Todd Orlando, the defensive coordinator, will send his unit right back to the field here.
Dicker sends it away. This one sails out of the end zone. Time now for a Bright House Financial, established by MetLife, game break.
Gus, thank you. So Morgantown, West Virginia has cracked the top 10 after a 4-0 start. Heisman candidate, the Big 12's leading passer, Will Greer, finds Letty Brown 15-yard touchdown. Number 9, West Virginia leads Kansas 14-0 first quarter. Gus, Joel, back to you.
That West Virginia team under Coach Holgorsen, very electric.
Yep. Will Greer, 3 touchdowns in every game, 17 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions, and they're likely going to be undefeated when they go to Austin November 3rd.
Oklahoma has only trailed for 99 seconds all year. Here's the option. They pitch it. Sermon trying to get downhill, and he will not. Brandon Jones coming up and playing the run. So he's got an interception and a big stick right there.
Yeah, what a great play from Brandon Jones. He came all the way back. He was the deep safety on that play and filled what they call, Gus, the alley, meaning he's going to come kind of hash number sidelines type of a path, and it goes right through the inside hip of the running back. He's playing great football right now for Texas.
2nd down and 9 at the 26. 5:27 to play here in the first quarter of the Red River Shootout. Kyler Murray throwing an interception on OU's last possession. Murray pulls it out, looking, now dancing, stops, backs up, all day to throw. Look at this blocking by Oklahoma. And Murray, high stepping, woo! Did you see him change gears to pick up the 1st down? Anthony Wheeler finally grabbed him and brought him down.
Tell you, man, first the protection was incredible. The coverage downfield was incredible. And then Murray has nowhere to go with the football. This is looking to his left and to his right. There's nowhere to go. Great coverage. The line did an outstanding job. And then you're right, Gus, it was just boom, the spark and the quickness.
And remember what Lincoln Riley told us when we asked him how many of his offensive linemen will be heading to the pros.
He said, well, Gus, all of them.
That's right. You can tell right there. 1st and 10 at the 37. Marcellus Sutton. And he'll have to fight his way to get across the line of scrimmage. Continues to churn, and he'll gain 4 yards the hard way.
That's a physical run right there. Pushing the pile. Able to gain a few yards. That's big for this team because, again, that run game so important.
But it doesn't seem like the Oklahoma run game is where they want it to be at this point.
Well, I think it seems that way because Rodney Anderson's not on the field. But, Gus, they average 6 yards per carry. Trey Sermon has been pretty good for them. I just don't think they've got the home run ability that they've had in the past. We'll see if they can get that today.
Second down and 6. Murray to the sideline. Up high, CeeDee Lamb pulls it down. First down, OU. I know Hollywood Brown gets a lot of attention, but CeeDee Lamb is one of the best receivers in the country.
He makes about once a game, he makes one of those just like flash catches. It's just like, whoa. And even right there, look at that, jumping up over his left shoulder. Look how high he gets. High points. I mean, come on, man.
Were you telling me about something about a radius that the scouts look at?
Catch radius? CeeDee Lamb's catch radius is like, just throw it. And I got a chance. He just proved it on the last play.
First down and 10 of the 49. Murray, quick strike this time, and it's Lee Morris. Morris picks up another first down for Oklahoma. Chris Boyd with the tackle.
And they finally got to establish a rhythm here, and they're not finding a lot of success in the middle of that Texas defense. What we're finding out now in this early game plan for Oklahoma, these outside little screen routes, swing passes out of the backfield, that's what's been most successful so far for the Sooners.
First down to the 35. For OU. And they're running. Sutton gets through the hole and crosses the 30 down to the 29. Anthony Wheeler for Texas.
Well, this Texas defense led by Todd Orlando, they've been playing so well, and he's had a history of playing well against Oklahoma. Orlando, when he was at Houston, beat Oklahoma when Riley was the coordinator. Orlando's defense last year here at Texas was the only defense all year that kept Baker Mayfield and this OU offense under 30 points. So we'll see what type of adjustments he starts to make here.
Second down and 5 in the third. Murray hands it off. Sutton gets downhill, and a first down for the Sooners. Gary Johnson with the tackle after the 7-yard pickup.
I like Sutton. He's a little smaller, only 5'9", 192 pounds, but the senior, he understands the importance of this game. He's been here. He's done that. You know he wants to put a stamp on the Red River Showdown, and certainly gaining a lot of positive yards on this drive.
First down to the 23 for OU. Down 10-7. They scored on their opening drive. The second drive, Murray threw a pick.
They're changing the play. They saw a blitz from Texas.
Murray gets it off. Sutton hops backwards and gets upfield or downfield. This time he gains 6.
Nice block from 45, Carson Meyer. That fullback, huge part of this offense.
Second and 4. Sutton again, looking for the first down, and he'll be short of it. I believe P.J. Locke comes up and makes the hit. So that brings up third down and 1 at the Texas 14 for Oklahoma.
And they'll bring in the bigger back. Trey Sermon checks into the ball game. 6 foot, 222 pounds now in the backfield. Sutton will stay with him, number 21.
Third and short. Murray likes to run it down here. Hands it off. Oh, what a play by Texas. Sutton hit in the backfield, and he'll lose a yard. Chris Nelson, as well as B.J. Foster, in on the play.
I tell you what, this is a great little inside move. Inside of the tackle, and he's right there to make first contact, and then Gary Johnson finishes him off.
Makes it fourth down and 2 at the 15. And that's the end of the first quarter. 10-7 Texas threatening. Back to the Cotton Bowl right after this. AT&T Red River Showdown. Close to 100,000 in attendance at the Cotton Bowl. 10-7 Texas. And Oklahoma brings in their place kicker, Austin Seibert, to attempt a 32-yard field goal. Texas OU as we start the second quarter. Back to Dallas right after this.
Saquon Barkley leads the Giants against Cam Newton and the Panthers. Then battle Carson Wentz and the Eagles tomorrow on Fox and the
Bars from official drink of Vansville. Where it's divided. One side is red, the other side is burnt orange.
Partner, crimson,
excuse me.
Crimson and crimson.
Oh,
you know
man.
what I mean?
What is that? I've never heard of it. Seibert will kick it away. Deshaun Jameson, the deep man. Bounds will stay right here. As Sam Ellinger.
Opportunity in their last series after the interception from their defense. They had great field position, but what did they not do on that last series? They didn't target their big wide receivers. That's what was so successful early on their first series. They went right down the field. Let's see if they go back to Colin Johnson and little Jordan Humphrey right here.
Ellinger 3 for 3, 68 yards to start from his own 25. Field. He threw for 278 yards and a touchdown. He also rushed for 110 yards.
And we did that game last year against USC as well. I mean, this guy plays big in big moments, and this year he has avoided that late mistake that plagued them in several close ball games a year ago, and that's why a big reason why we've seen them win 4 straight.
2nd and 6. Ellinger to throw it. Bounces out of the pocket. Ellinger stops and picks up a first down. Kenneth Murray with the tackle. And I tell you what, partner, when I look at Texas nowadays, I see Ohio State all over them in terms of that quarterback run game. This could be J.T. Barrett.
Yeah, and listen, that's kind of where Tom Herman was. Remember, he was the coordinator of the national champion Ohio State team. He brought Tim Beck, who's the coordinator now, who had experience with and was a coordinator for Ohio State even after Tom Herman left. So there is that feeling of the comfort of allowing your quarterback to gain yardage and get big conversions.
First down for Ellinger. Throws over the middle and caught. Duvernay found a soft spot, and he makes the reception in front of Trey Brown.
Solid protection in the pocket. Allowed Ellinger to step up, and then he's able to get the ball down the field. And Duvernay with just a great catch. Look how he corralled that ball and then got his arm under it as he went to the ground.
Gain of 13, another first down. Here's Little Jordan. Dive forward. Little Jordan Humphrey from South Lake, Texas. And he picks up 7 on the play. Think about Ellinger. He's a big dude. 6'3", 230.
But it's not just that. He's tough. Yeah, that's the thing I love about him. He is not afraid to get in there and mix it up. You can see that on game-in, game-out basis.
2nd down to 3. Ellinger again. Flips it out. Little Jordan looking for the first down, and he has it. Let's go downstairs to Jenny.
Well, guys, in talking about Sam Ellinger, he says, I am not the same quarterback I was last year against Texas. He said every year when they're playing the same team from the past, they watch that game film. He said it was pretty eye-opening. I thought I understood last year. I thought I knew what I was doing. No, I have made so many adjustments to my game. I understand college football better. I don't pay attention to the hype the same way I did last year. He is a leader, and we are seeing that today, guys.
It's almost as if this kid was born to be the coolest of Texas. 1st and 10 at the 39. Ellinger, quarterback run. Ellinger with a block, flag on the play. Eye forward to get close to the first down in front of Caleb Kelly.
Holding. Offense, number 56. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. It's first down.
Sam Ellinger shouted it out very early on that his destiny was to be here.
Who are you, Sam?
It's Chris in, Charles, New York.
I'm Kristen. You're Kristen? Woo!
And you can see the arm strength early.
Yeah, man, and look, he's got the hook him up as a baby. He's been dreaming of this his whole life, man. These are the moments
Adorable. First down and 20, though, after the penalty. Ellinger in trouble. Breaks the tackle, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He does, but the Oklahoma defense swarming. Neville Gallimore, Kenneth Mann, Curtis Bolton all in on the play.
And what you're going to get is the blitz from the left side, and it just opens wide up. That is a total missed assignment from the guard there, number 77, Patrick Vahe. He's got to slide off and get the blitzer. When you've got Caleb Kelly right in your lap as a quarterback, you got no chance. And Ellinger was trying to make chicken salad there, did the best he could.
Second down and 20 at the 49. Sam Ellinger delivers and incomplete. That ball thrown low. Little Jordan, the intended receiver.
Just didn't have the ability to step up and put enough on that pass. And he couldn't put too much air on it because Buki Radley-Hiles was sitting there as a safety. And this is one of those times when you might have to just lean on a big receiver and try to get a 50-50 ball down the field if you're Texas. That's why OU better have safeties back and give their smaller corners a little help over the top.
Third down and 20 at the 49. Watson in the backfield with Ellinger. Here's Sam looking, delivers. Caught, but not enough for the first down for Andrew Beck. 20 and got 19.
Yeah, and listen, he now gives Herman a great choice here because you can go for this, probably will go for this with the field position that they're able to gain.
Nice catch. Fourth down and 1. Texas going for it.
Prior to the snap, this is the first charge timeout for Oklahoma. Timeout on the field.
So Oklahoma calls a timeout. Coming up, big fourth down. 10-10.
You see, Brad, songs are really about big life moments. Baby shower here. Big life moment.
What is in here?
Ooh, I hope it's a life insurance policy.
What?
It's a sensible gift. Protection for you and your family. Nationwide has all the tools to help you find the right coverage.
Tiny baby shoes. So close.
Makes no sense. Baby can't even walk. Should have been a life insurance policy. Plus, would have been a great song. Think about it. The lyrics would have been
AT&T Red Eye Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Big 12. Aerial coverage is brought to you by our good neighbors at State Farm. What a scene. And what a start to this game between two bitter rivals in one of the greatest rivalries in all of college sports. 10-10, 19th ranked Texas, 7th ranked Oklahoma. Fourth down and 1 at the 30 for UT.
Oklahoma has not stopped a fourth and short all season long. 6 of 6. The opposition on fourth and short against the Sooners.
Texas, 3 of 5 on fourth downs this year. Ellinger flips it out. He's got Watson looking for the first down, and he has it. Houghton makes the tackle, but Coach Herman going for it, and it pays off.
Watson originally bobbled that ball, was able to get possession and then reach for the first down.
First down at 10 of the 28.
The run game's going to be there for Texas because OU's got to play their safeties back over these big wide receivers.
Ellinger floats one in the air. Caught. Touchdown, Trey Watson. 28 yards. Sam I am. What a throw.
Here's the effect of those wide receivers. Watch, 2 OU players are going to get sucked away by the route of Colin Johnson. Leaves the linebacker one-on-one. And that's an easy matchup against Mark Jackson. Great throw from Ellinger, and Watson winds up into the end zone. Great design there from Texas. Great execution from Ellinger.
Cameron Dicker in to attempt the extra point. And it's good. How about this? In Tom Herman's second year. 10-18 to go in the second. With a 17-10 lead in the Red River.
underway on the State Farm halftime. Number 9, West Virginia tries to keep pace with Oklahoma and Texas atop the Big 12. Number 1, Alabama, they're off to Arkansas. And a pair of matchups in the Big 10 with Michigan and Michigan State both in action. Gus, Joel, we'll see you guys at the break.
All right, thank you very much, Rob. Texas goes on a 10-play, 75-yard drive. Look at the numbers for Ellinger on the drive. 6 of 7, 74 of the 75 yards, including the touchdown to Trey Watson. Longhorns look strong to start up 17-10. Dicker sends it away. And they'll take a knee in the end zone. Trey Brown. 17-10. Kyler Murray's got some work to do. His team down by a touchdown. AT on Fox is sponsored by Progressive Insurance, handing off big savings to you. And by Wendy's, the official hamburger of NCAA football. And we've got a football game going on right now, folks. Texas, yes, it looks like they're back, but can they go 4 quarters? 17-10 right now. Longhorns with the lead. First down and 10 at the 25 for OU. Kyler Murray, 7 of 1 yards. He's thrown the touchdown and an interception. Trey Sermon, the pistol back. Murray turns, bottled up, and taken down at the 15. Omenahu finally got him. But Texas defense staying in their lanes, Joel.
Yeah, and what you're going to see here is that Murray right here, he wants to go to his right, doesn't have it, tries to make a play with his feet. But there's just no blocking on that left side because they were trying to set up the screen to his right. And Texas did a great job of faking the blitz, and then they peeled out of the blitz, and there was nowhere to go with the ball.
A loss of 10 yards, 2nd and 20. Murray runs it and dropped for a loss once again. Back-to-back plays by Charles Omenahu.
Omenahu is playing his best football of his life. And now it becomes a huge 3rd down because it's a long yardage situation. You can't turn the ball over if you're Kyler Murray, and all the momentum is resting with the Longhorns. If I was Todd Orlando, I would send some pressure, try to make Kyler Murray make a quick decision. Who knows? Maybe he'll throw you another one.
Herman on Murray. We have to find a way to pressure him because I've never seen a kid who is an elite passer and elite runner the way he is. 3rd down at 21 at the 14. Murray pulls it out, rolls, and just runs out of bounds. Great job by the Texas defense. Gary Johnson, P.J. Locke chasing him out of bounds.
Oh, and you can hear him now. Those Longhorn fans appreciating what their defense was able to do. A quick 3 and out. Jamal Charles and Vince Young, they're liking what's going on, right? That's in physical deep in Omenahu with a huge series, the senior from Texas.
Longhorns with a chance to get great field position. Cyber punting from the 6. Deshaun Jamison, the deep man for UT. Lets it take a bounce, and it takes a Oklahoma bounce and will be downed at the 25. A 54-yard punt. Here's a quick word from Duracell.
This fantasy season, trust Duracell, not auto drafts.
8:14 to play in the 2nd quarter. Texas up by 7 with the ball now. That defense getting better every game for UT.
Yep, they sure are, and they're doing it with big physical secondary players, and then they're getting quicker and they're getting much better up front. And now this offense is starting to find a rhythm. You see their first 3 possessions, all scores, and they're doing it attacking the linebackers. These backs and the tight ends, everyone having success for Texas right now.
Keontae Ingram in the backfield for Texas. First down at the 25. Ellinger pulls it out with room and picks up the first down. Sam Ellinger keeping that ball high and tight. Gains 14.
You're going to have Bookie's going to come right here. This is Brendan Radley-Hiles. Watch as he just runs after the back, and nobody's on the outside. Easy read for Sam Ehlinger, and he's able to get on the outside and move the chains once more.
Buki, a freshman from Inglewood, California. First down and 10 at the 39 after the 14-yard pickup. Ingram, Stunner stepping through the hole. Pick up about 3. Mark Jackson defensively. Neville Gallimore's helmet came off. He'll have to sit out for 1 play.
You start to wonder about just the attrition of this defense. I know it's still the first half, but over the last 2 weeks, Oklahoma's defense has been on the field for 82 minutes of time of possession. That is an eternity. You just wonder how much gas they have in the tank.
2nd and 6. Ingram again. And a first down, Texas. This offensive line, after the Maryland game, criticized. They said they couldn't move anybody, Joel. Doesn't look like the same guys.
This is what they've been waiting for, is an offensive line that wouldn't just get targeted and get hats on hats, but get movement. That's what Tom Herman has talked to us about really for the better part of a year and a half, is they got to get movement up front, and they're starting to do it now. This is the last piece of the puzzle. If OU starts getting movement up front, watch out.
If Texas starts getting...
Excuse me, yes, Texas.
1st and 10 at midfield. Ingram pops free. Ingram still moving. And a first down for the Longhorns. They're getting movement now. What's changed?
A lot of it is just effort, right? So what you're going to have is you're going to get blocked down, and then watch as he's going to find the cut. There's the cut, and he's going to get on the outside, and that's the explosiveness of the true freshman. Ingram is the run hitter. He's averaging over 6 yards per carry, and you can see that suddenness and burst from him.
He's from Carthage, Texas. 1st and 10 at the 36. Ehlinger looking, sideline, and incomplete. Evan Duvernay, number 6, the intended receiver. Just not a good throw by Sam.
That had to just slip out of his hand or something, because that was wildly inaccurate. And he has taken care of the ball. 139 consecutive pass attempts without an interception. 2nd longest streak in school history, only to Major Applewhite.
2nd and 10 at the 36. Ehlinger caught. Johnson turns it up, picks up a first down, and delivered a blow in the front.
Tackling has been an issue for OU all year on the outside, in particular against wide receivers that have a big frame. Akeem Butler from Iowa State had a big day, over 100 yards, and there another missed tackle on the outside. This time it's Trey Brown, the sophomore. He's unable to get Johnson to the ground, and extra yardage for the Longhorns.
A 19-yard gain, 1st and 10 at the 17. Ehlinger, here's the reverse. Lil Jordan wants to throw it. Finds Ehlinger, and he goes down short of the first down. Kenneth Murray pushes him out of bounds. But Lil Jordan has already thrown the touchdown in this game to Colin Johnson.
Couple of attempts, couple of completions, and Ehlinger, it's 4 receptions for him in his last 2 games.
Longhorns quickly to the line of scrimmage. They run the quarterback run. Ehlinger first down. Touchdown, Texas. 9 yards. And I tell you what, partner, we saw it at the USC game. Under Coach Herman, over the last, this team is starting to beat people up.
Up front, they are doing terrific things. Watch the double team right here. You're going to get a double team from the fullback and the offensive tackle, and then the hole is huge. Ehlinger to the end zone, moving people up front. The Longhorns, wow.
Tinker the kicker, and it's good. What a performance by the Longhorns in the first half. And I think the people of Texas remember this phrase, smash mouth football.
I find the answers aren't so clear. Wish I could find a way to disappear.
AT&T Red River Shootout on Fox is sponsored by Allstate, reminding you that football season is mayhem. And by Ram Trucks, built to serve. 24-10. There, the turkey legs talking about their partner, Texas. Approaching Oklahoma as a turkey leg right now. Sam Ehlinger, he's been terrific. A touchdown rushing, a touchdown passing, 197 yards of total offense for the young man from Austin. This time, Oklahoma will get a chance. Brown, Trey Brown. Dives forward, flag on the play as he gets to the 30. But there is a flag. And Joel, I like the way this officiating crew has worked early in this game.
Yeah, good young official here, Brandon Cruz.
Holding, receiving team number 84. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's first down, Oklahoma.
Our referee here, the white hat, Brandon Cruz, is one of the good up-and-coming officials in college football.
The NLDS continues tomorrow night on FS1 as the series shifts to Atlanta for Game 3. Ronald Acuna Jr. and the Braves take on Manny Machado and the Dodgers. It all begins tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. First down to 10 of the 18 for OU. They've got to get something clicking. Murray fires over the middle, and it's caught by Meyer. Big gain here for Carson Meyer, the redshirt senior from Tulsa, gaining 18.
Well, Lincoln Riley has the reputation as being one of the best, if not the best, play caller in college football, and he's got his work cut out for him here. Down 14 against a defense that's playing as well as anybody over the last 3 weeks.
And a redshirt freshman, Kennedy Brooks, comes in. Hollywood Brown trying to get outside, breaks the tackle. And Brown finally goes out of bounds close to the first down. Caden Stearns ushering him out of bounds. But you like number 26, the redshirt freshman Kennedy Brooks.
Kennedy Brooks does not have many carries on the season, but he's got some explosiveness. He's just a redshirt freshman, but 3 of his 12 carries have gone for over 30 yards. So look for Oklahoma to try to get a spark here. Brooks is their most explosive back out of the backfield.
He had 107 yards and 2 touchdowns last week against Baylor. 2nd and 1 at the 45. Murray hands it to Brooks, first down and 1 back. And Kennedy Brooks, first touch, goes 20 yards. Stearns had to hop on for a ride to bring him down.
And there you go. First of all, he gets the give read from the outside linebacker, gets a shot there just under the chin, but then you see Brooks free down the field for a big gain, and now OU in some rhythm offensively.
As a senior at Mansfield High School, he rushed for over 2,800 yards and 40 touchdowns. First down at the 36. Powering his way forward, he gets inside the 30. A 7-yard gain. Anthony Wheeler with the tackle.
Remember, it was this game last year that Mr. Anderson, Rodney Anderson, burst on the scene, really stole the feature back role from Trey Sermon, who was starting up to this point. Maybe this is the point where Kennedy Brooks starts to assert himself in this run game for OU. They certainly need a jolt.
2nd and 3. CeeDee Lamb, the motion man. Broken play. Murray, and he'll flip this one out of bounds. It looked like a broken play, Joel.
It did. It looked like Brooks was supposed to be in on some sort of a fake or some sort of a zone read concept. I believe that pass was a pass forward and not backwards, so that's going to go to the original line of scrimmage now for this 3rd down. Huge conversion opportunity for Oklahoma.
Sermon back in. Sooners need 3 yards on 3rd down. Murray may just want to take this one himself. Kyler Murray.
I think OU got a timeout because the play clock was...
This is the 2nd charge timeout for Oklahoma. 30 seconds.
Texas, winners of 4 in a row after their season opening loss to Maryland on the road, leading Oklahoma, the 7th-ranked team, 24-10.
Yeah, this whole sequence, it seems like Lincoln Riley was unsure whether he wanted to go for it before the 4th down, which is why they called the 3rd down pass. You got to know on 1st and 2nd down if you've got 4 downs to go for it. But now here, a little interesting formation, 4 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen.
4th down and 3, Murray. Underneath, 1st down, C.D. Lamb, this time short-handed. And Lamb picks up the 1st down in front of Caden Stearns. A 12.
Great concept there. The zone with players. There's just to that short side of the field. Very smart from Lincoln Riley. What am I doing questioning what he's doing on 4th down? He understood what he was trying to do, and they executed it for a 1st down.
Lincoln Riley and Tom Herman are both Royals winners, which was the top assistant coach in the country when they were assistants at Ohio State and at Oklahoma. Here's the handoff to Sermon. And Sermon, tackle from behind. He gets to the 15. B.J. Foster with the stop.
That's letting in the middle of that defense, isn't it? I mean, that defense is playing so well. In fact, over the last 3 weeks, Todd Orlando's crew, the 9th best rushing defense in the country, giving up only 81 yards per game. So OU is trying to establish that run, but it's just tough to do it against those big boys up front.
Tell you what, they are physical. We saw it against USC, 2nd and 8 at the 15. Murray with time, dances out of the pocket and slides down. Looks like he has enough for a 1st down.
No, remember now, it's where you give yourself up if you go feet first. So at the point where he starts to give himself up, he was going to be short of that. He started giving himself up right at about the 11 or 10-yard line. Right there is where they're going to call it down. That is a yard short of the 1st down marker. So Murray thought he had the 1st down, but a little technicality there, and it's a great spot by the official.
So that makes it 3rd down and 2 at the 9. Play clock winding down again.
He didn't get it off. The flag came out. Delay of game. That is a massive mistake from Kyler Murray. A 3rd and short now is going to go to a 3rd and obvious down situation. Around the 7 to 8 yards to go.
Is it me, Joel, or does Oklahoma look a little
play call?
Fired with exactly 1 minute left. Please reset that to 1 minute. There will be a delay of game by the offense. 5-yard penalty. There is no 10-second clock. He stopped.
That's a of officiating. Clock was no 10. Even more important here than the field position. Now this put an obvious passing situation for Oklahoma.
3rd down and 7 at the 14.
Now looks like Texas wants a timeout.
And the Longhorns will get it. First charge timeout for Texas. 24-10, Texas leading, threatening. 3rd down and 7 at the Texas 14.
You got to wonder if Lincoln Riley still has the 4-down mentality here, and whether he's going to go for it or take the points, which he didn't take here on the previous set of downs. If so, the run play is still at his disposal here on 3rd and 7.
Byron would go for it on 4th. Texas offense is moving. Here's Murray. He'll run it. Murray looking for the 1st down. Has it. And goes down at the 5. A 9-yard pickup on 3rd and 7.
That's a great design. Texas is playing a little bit soft in coverage right now. They're playing a zone, kind of a soft zone. So what they did is they released the lineman downfield, Ben Powers, and he was able to be a lead blocker for Kyler Murray.
Oklahoma out of timeouts. Murray in the end. C.D. Lamb.
Wide open. The threat of Murray's feet dragging the defense in. and then a blown assignment, and Lamb was wide open, and Oklahoma, after a couple of gambles and a costly penalty, was able to get into the end zone. There you go. All the defenders going to Murray, wide open. He just dumps it over the top. That's a critical series for Kyler Murray and the Sooners offense.
So Oklahoma goes on an 11-play own 18. They score in 4:44. 28 seconds to play in the first half. Sooners counterpunch it. Leading Oklahoma.
Play caller, they made the key decisions and plays. Murray with his feet, a fourth down with his arm, and Lincoln Riley designed a couple of really solid plays, in particular that fourth down conversion and for the touchdown as well.
Cyber kicks it off. And once again, he kicks it out of the end zone. Don't forget, the big shots are in town, partner. Coming up, the State Farm halftime show. All the big shots from Fox made the trip from Los Angeles. Rob Stone and Robert Smith, Coach Wannstedt, and the Heisman.
You're going to have a lot to discuss because that guy has played unbelievable. 10 of 12 for 161 yards far. But here, I imagine they might be a little conservative.
And they'll stay on the ground. Trey Watson. Here's an interesting stat for you, folks. Under Coach Herman, Texas is 10-1 when leading at halftime. We will see. And the Longhorns have the football to start the second half. 24-17. Our halftime score here at the Red River Shootout. And Rob Stone and the guys for scores, highlights, and analysis from right here at the State Fair. Cotton Bowl Stadium, where it's divided. One side is red, the other side is burnt orange. Welcome back to the AT&T Red River Show. Texas with a 24-17 lead over Oklahoma as we head into the second half. Gus Johnson along with Joel Clapp, partner. That was a wonderful first half. A lot of ebbs and flows.
Both teams things, and I thought Texas did a lot of good things. This started, though, with a great opening series from Oklahoma. And Kyler Murray has been terrific, and it started on this opening series. He finds Marquise Brown. They get an easy touchdown, 6 plays right down the field. Then, how about the answer? Texas, 5 plays right back down the field. Little Jordan Humphrey is able to get it to Colin Johnson. Then some football insights in the AT&T Business edge-to-edge zone where intelligence covers every edge of the field. They get the running back outside one-on-one because Colin Johnson pulls 3 OU defenders on the outside, and then it's just Ellinger dumping it over the top to Trey Watson for an easy touchdown. Mark Jackson did not have much chance there as the defender, but it was the answer late that drew OU back within 7. They were able to answer the bell, and that's where we stand now as Kyler Murray is going to watch Ellinger go on the field first with a 7-point lead in the Red River Showdown.
Are you surprised that Texas's offense has been able to move the ball as efficiently as they have in the first half?
Efficiently, yes, Gus, because they hadn't gotten this type of movement up front like we have been seeing. Not surprised by some of the big plays down the field with their big wide receivers, however.
And this one kicked into the end zone. Let's check in with Jenny Taft.
Well, Gus, for Lincoln Riley, he said coming back from the break that last score to end the half was the momentum change they needed. He said we need to focus on that and go forward. He said we've made those mistakes defensively, got to be cleaner. Kyler Murray has been good, but at times trying to do too much. Coach Herman said the goal remains to disrupt the quarterback. I'm liking what I'm seeing, and for Sam Ellinger, who we're about to see now, he said, look, he has been solid since we started this year. Nothing surprised me about his play right now.
Ellinger in the first half, 10 of 12, 161 yards and a touchdown. And they kept a clean sheet. He did not take a sack in that first half.
There's no foul on the play for a delay of game. Play clock should have been reset. Operator did not see my signal. Please set it to 25 seconds.
Good call there from Brandon Cruz. Remember now that this year, 40-second clock. It has the discernment that he was doing that. The clock operator did not do it, so no penalty for Texas.
All right, first down to the 25 for UT, and they'll run it on first down. Ingram with a hole, it'll pick up 5.
Gus, I think this is this is Keontae Ingram. He's the one that could potentially get this run game going, and the OU defense knows it. They know that he's electric in the backfield.
2nd and 5 to the 30. Ellinger underneath, caught close to a first down. That's Colin Johnson. They're getting back to Keontae Ingram. He hasn't had more than 10 carries in a game yet, in part due to a bone bruise on his knee, but they want to get him, as you mentioned, 18 to 20 carries. They'll run it this time. Look at the first down, and he has it. Hits the sideline. Ingram cuts it back inside and goes down deep in Oklahoma territory. That's a 31-yard gain.
Yeah, you can just see it, right? This guy has the explosiveness. He gets caught up in the backfield, and then watches Ingram's going to find the hole on the outside there. Another jump cut, and now he's gone. Explosiveness, even at 205 pounds as a true freshman. This kid is sensational.
First down at the 35. Ellinger out of the pocket, and he'll slide down. Gain 1 on the play.
Boy, Ellinger just looks confident. He's not putting the ball in harm's way. He's making sure, efficient decisions, running when he needs to. He is Texas's leading rusher in the first half before Ingram busted out that long run.
The third Kansas State post 7,000-yard mark. Ellinger with time. Reverses and is clipped and goes down. What a play by Curtis Bolton.
Well, Bolton was not on a blitz, and it was a really delayed blitz. Here's Bolton, number 18, and you're going to watch him. He's in defense. He's like spying. He's spying. Now he comes, and he's able to get Ellinger to the ground with a nice shoestring tackle near the 50-yard line.
First sack of the game for Oklahoma, and it's a loss of 12. Brings up 3rd down and 21 for the Longhorns at the 46. Ellinger finds Little Jordan, and Little Jordan Humphrey holds his way forward. Gets a push from his mates, close to a first down.
And the exact same scenario earlier in the game. A huge 3rd down gain presents an easier 4th down opportunity, and Texas will go for it again here. Remember, OU has not stopped a 4th and short all year.
Ingram in the backfield on 4th down and 2. And a timeout called by the Sooners.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a quick one to start the second half.
First charge timeout for Oklahoma. Timeout on the field.
AT&T Red River Showdown on Fox is sponsored by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Buick, proud partner of the NCAA. 24-17 Texas. Trying to make it 5 straight against the undefeated Oklahoma Sooners.
You know, we saw this situation in the first half, and OU had to burn a timeout in the exact same situation. 3rd and long, big gain. Now Texas is going to go for it. They were able to convert earlier in the first half, and OU has not stopped Texas at all today. Every drive, they've scored. No punts, no turnovers.
Daniel Young in the backfield for the Longhorns on 4th and 2. Ellinger wants to run it. Picks up a first down as he gets to the Oklahoma 20. A 7-yard gain. Houghton with the tackle.
Look at the movement up front. You're going to get blocking down, down, down. And then it's a big pull from that right guard, right tackle area. And you get Elijah Rodriguez leading up the hole for Ellinger. And it's an easy conversion.
First down at the Oklahoma 20. Opening series for Texas here in the second half. Ellinger lost it in the air. And incomplete. Duvernay, the intended receiver, in front of Parnell Motley.
And Motley with great coverage because he forced Duvernay over to the sideline. Yeah, as a corner, you got to use that sideline as an extra defender. Watch as he squeezes him over to the sideline. Now there's nowhere to catch that ball. All it can be is out of bounds. So terrific job there from Parnell Motley, the junior from Washington, D.C.
2nd and 10 at the 20. Ellinger wants to run it again. It's Tim Tebow all day long.
Yeah, it's very Ohio State. You're right. Empty the backfield. It's Tebow. It's Florida from their days there. It's J.T. Barrett from Ohio State. That's exactly where Tom Herman and Tim Beck, the offensive coordinator, kind of developed their philosophy, trying to get a free couple of yards, and OU wasn't biting. Nice job by Kenneth Murray there, the middle linebacker, number 9.
No gain. 3rd and 10 at the 20. Sam Ellinger whips one underneath, caught, 1st down, Little Jordan again. But there is a flag on the play.
I think they're going to get holding on Oklahoma because Little Jordan was getting held the entire time by Justin Broyles.
Holding defense, number 25. His penalty is declined. Result of the play is a 1st down.
Watch Broyles. I mean, he's just going to hug and just try to basically hold on to Lil Jordan Humphrey. That's what size does from you. He's still able to get separation. Accurate throw from Ellinger and a nice conversion for Texas.
Lil Jordan Humphrey, 5 catches, 75 yards. He's had 4 or more catches in every game this season.
We got an Oklahoma player shaken up. That's
Neville Gallimore.
6'2", 330 pounds for Neville. He's been playing really good football, and
it must be hard for these big guys because this Oklahoma defense has been on the field an awful lot.
Oh, man. Go back just a couple of weeks. They faced 87 plays against Army. It's hot here today, very muggy. We've had intermittent rain that has made it incredibly steamy down there. On the field before the game, I was shocked at how warm it actually was for an October day.
Gallimore will walk off the field gingerly. Hopefully he'll be all right. Richard Jr. from Ontario, Canada. Don't forget, Indiana takes on the next here on Fox.
OU has not stopped anybody all year in the red zone. 100% scores. This is the 11th play of the drive for Tom Herman's Longhorns.
Keontae Ingram at running back for Texas. 1st and goal number 5. Beck in motion. Ellinger running. Ellinger looking for a block. Touchdown, Texas. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. Tom Herman brought his guys in ready to play ball against the number 7 ranked team in the nation.
The key block is from number 47, Andrew Beck. Watch as he's going to come in motion, and then right here he's going to get up to the 2nd level and bang right there on number 18. Now you've just got a back on a corner. You slip that right underneath, and Ellinger's in the end zone easily. Beck with the block to spring Ellinger for the touchdown.
Dicker, extra point, good. Tom Herman said if we roll in here with anything less than our A game for 4 quarters, it's not going to be good enough. A+ in the 3rd. AT&T Red River Showdown on Fox is sponsored by SoFi, a personal finance company to fit your goals. Aerial coverage is brought to you by our good neighbors at State Farm. What a performance by the University of Texas here in the 3rd quarter. The Longhorns with 4 75-yard drives for touchdowns today. And they've taken a 31-17 lead over Oklahoma in the Red River Showdown. Sutton and Brown to the deep men as Cameron Dicker will kick it away. A lot of work to be done for these two gentlemen. Kyler Murray, their quarterback, and Lincoln Riley, their head coach. And this one fielded at the goal line by Trey Brown. Good special teams coverage by Texas. They are doing it on all sides. Josh Thompson with the tackle on special teams. Now with the start of the college football season, college basketball is not far behind. And this Thanksgiving, we have a real treat for you on FS1 and Fox. The 2018 Continental Tire, Las Vegas Invitational features 4 elite programs. Michigan State, Carolina, Texas, and UCLA. That's coming this Thanksgiving. Tickets are on sale now at OrleansArena.com. On first down, Sooners running it, and they're stuffed. Trey Sermon, nowhere to go. Hager on the bottom of the pile for UT.
Yeah, Hager doing a great job, as well as Gary Johnson, number 33, the middle liner. And Lincoln Riley is going to have to make some adjustments here. It's pretty obvious that OU's defense is not going to stop Texas. They haven't done it all day long, and so now the pressure is on Kyler Murray and Lincoln Riley to find a way to match this Longhorns offense point for point, and it's going to be tough sledding because this Texas defense is playing fast.
2nd and 10 at the 17. Here's the option near side. Murray keeps it, and Murray gets out of bounds. As he shows once again that quick burst, gets 6 yards on the play.
And what Texas has done so well is that they've taken away a strength of Oklahoma. We have not seen Hollywood Brown or CeeDee Lamb down the field open, a chance to get a big play or a quick strike. We haven't seen it all day. A credit to those big corners and the safeties for Texas.
3rd down at 4. Murray deep down the field. We saw him there, partner.
They needed it. They needed it desperately. Sometimes you just got to dial it up. Let a player go make a play. This is just speed. A little crisscross at the line of scrimmage, and he says, I'm gone. Woo! When he gets the ball behind the defense, Gus, you know what it is. Over.
Certainly was there. So Hollywood, 5 catches, 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. 9:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tell you what, this is why I love the Big 12. This is the greatest offensive conference in all of college football. Hollywood Brown popping his collar now. Here come the Sooners.
Well, on command, it was the expectation-shattering drive of the game, sponsored by Buick, and it was just one play. Kyler Murray to Hollywood Brown, and Texas had done a nice job in the first half, not allowing Brown to get behind them down the field. Credit Lincoln Riley, puts him in a little different formation, a little different release, and then Murray's able to find him, and hey, throw that man the ball. 5 targets, 5 catches. He's on fire.
Cyber descended away, 31-24. Our score as Cyber kicks it deep once again. Partner, have you ever heard of the baseball player by the name of Cool Papa Bell?
Not all that familiar, man.
Okay, he was a Negro League player from the 20s, early 20s to the 40s, 46, I think. They say Cool Papa Bell was so fast that he could turn the lights out and be in bed and under the covers before the room got dark. Hollywood Brown has Cool Papa Bell speed.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Over.
31-24, starting to get interesting here at the red. 1st and 10 of the 25 for Sam Ellinger. And he'll hand it off to Trey Watson straight ahead, and this time the Oklahoma defense was ready. Kenneth Mann, Kenneth Murray.
Let's see if this defense can rise up and match the performance of their offense on that last drive, potentially force Texas to punt. Texas has scored on every possession that they've had the ball, save for the one where they just handed it off right before the half.
2nd down and 8 at the 27. Ellinger under pressure. Ellinger sidesteps, delivers over the middle, incomplete. Andrew Beck, the intended receiver, that ball thrown high. Buki defensively for OU.
What a huge third down here for the momentum of this game. Swinging towards the Sooners now. If they can get the ball back in the hands of Kyler Murray and their offense, they would have a chance to draw even in this ball game. But it all rests on their defense.
Third down and 8 at the 27.
They have been able to get pressure so far this season. 15 sacks coming into this game.
Texas 2 of 5 on third down conversions. Ellinger, empty backfield. Ellinger, dancing, throws, incomplete. Duvernay, the intended receiver. Motley right there, and Texas will be forced to punt it away for the first time.
Great coverage. First of all, you're going to see what looks like a blitz, but it's not really a blitz. Watch as Kenneth Murray is just spying, and then he releases on the outside right in Ellinger's face, and Ellinger had nowhere to go because of the coverage down the field. Looks to his left, nowhere to go with the ball. Looks to his right. Blanket coverage. Excellent job by the Sooners defense.
Ryan Buchevsky punting for the first time. CeeDee Lamb is the deep man. CeeDee backpedaling and has the fair catch inside the 30. A 45-yard punt, but here come the Sooners on O. Right after this. And don't forget to check out Breaking the Huddle with my partner Joel Klatt on Facebook Live Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Here we go. Marquise Brown, after the 77-yard touchdown, back on the field. First down and 10 at the 28. Let's see if they go back to it. Kennedy Brooks in the backfield. Murray scrambling. And loses his footing. Drops the ball. Is that a turnover?
There is no foul on the play. The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. It's first down, Texas.
Texas may have it.
As Murray is scrambling around, watch. He tries to put the football on the ground to brace himself right there, and then it just pops out of his hand. It comes loose. He was not down, and Texas was able to recover it. What a huge mistake from Murray. Watch right here. He tries to brace himself with the football, and it just rolls right out under his hand, and Texas was able to recover it. Excellent call by the official, and a huge break for Texas. Now a short field for Sam Ellinger and Tom Herman.
Hager, Johnny on the spot to recover that fumble. 2 turnovers for Oklahoma. No turnovers for Texas. First down at the Oklahoma 23. Ingram looking and finds a hole and gets inside the 20.
How demoralizing for this defense that finally got a stop. They forced a punt, and then the offense gives Texas the ball right back.
Murray has thrown an interception and now coughed up a fumble. 2nd and 6 at the 19. Sam Ellinger hands it off to Ingram. And Ingram gain a couple. Kenneth Murray there once again along with Bolton.
What a massive play here for OU's defense. Can they do it again? Can they force another kick?
3rd down and 4 at the 17.
One-on-one coverage at the top.
Ellinger likes to run it in these situations. Into the backfield. Ellinger delivers underneath. Caught. Johnson, first down. Texas. And they still can't bring him down. Colin Johnson with a 10-yard pickup.
It's clockwork. Every time there's just one safety in the middle of the field and it's one-on-one on the outside, they go to him. And rightly so. Colin Johnson is putting on a clinic right now. The big wide receiver, 6'6", 220 pounds. Great job.
Now Ellinger running it far side, cuts inside and goes down at the Oklahoma 2. Motley with the saving tackle.
Might see that same thing again. Just like you've been saying, very Ohio State-esque. Maybe some Tim Tebow mixed in. They get down here. They rely on the quarterback. We'll see if they go right back to that quarterback counter over the right side. They've run it twice for touchdowns.
Here we go. Same play, same result. Touchdown, Ellinger, his third. Wow. This Texas team looks totally different. They're smart, they're talented, and they are physical.
Getting tackle in the backfield from Curtis, number 18, and Ellinger walks in again. His third easy rushing touchdown of the day.
6:21 to play third quarter. Texas with a 37-24 lead over 7th-ranked Oklahoma. Injured Sooner in the end zone.
Dylan Famatau
from Norwalk, California. This defense has played a lot of plays today for OU.
Whew. I mean, they've played a ton of football over the last, and you're starting to see it. They have energy in bursts like we saw in the previous series. They were able to get a punt, force a punt from Texas, but then once the momentum changed and they had to come back for a sudden change, they didn't have anything on that series. There was no gas from that defense, and that physical offensive line was getting movement. Ellinger is able to get a nice conversion to Colin Johnson on the outside, and then it was just power football. You can't stop us when number 11 is running the football over the right side. That is very apparent so far from the play calling and the decision making from Texas inside the 10-yard line.
Sam Ellinger with 3 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown to Trey Watson. Cameron Dicker, 38-24. The defense forcing turnovers. Sam Ellinger paying it off big. Hook 'em, horns. 38-24, Texas will kick it away after the Sam Ellinger 2 rushing touchdowns last year. He's got 3 in the first 5 games this year and 3 today. Let's go to Greg Wolf in Los Angeles for a game break.
Gus, thanks. Over on FS1, Northwestern nearly knocked off Michigan last week, leading number 20 Michigan State 14-3, but the Spartans come alive. Brian Lewerke to Felton Davis, 3-yard score. Number 20 Michigan State on top, 14-14 third quarter. Gus, Joel, back to you.
Well, 2 things. That's not news to either of those teams. Michigan State continues to just kind of slog along and struggle, and Northwestern gives up leads. That's what they've done in every season.
Last week against Michigan, up 17-0 and losing. Kennedy Brooks. And Brooks with a 9-yard gain on first down. DJ Locke with the tackle.
See, this is when you risk not being in touch. You know, 14 is tough, in particular when you start getting inside of that 10-minute mark of the third quarter, inside of that 6-minute mark of the third quarter. You got to stay in touch. This is a critical drive for OU to get down there and score a touchdown.
2nd and 2 at the 33. They flip it out, far side. Brown, nothing doing. One of my favorite players in the Big 12, Devontae Davis, who, by the way, folks, is from Miami. So facing Hollywood is personal.
Yes, it is. A couple of Florida boys over there. 6'2", 205 for Devontae Davis. Honorable mention, all Big 12. All the way back in 2015. He missed the Tulsa game, but he's back. He's healthy. He's fast. He's physical. He's one of the better corners in this conference.
21 miles separates Miami from Hollywood, Florida.
This is the first charge timeout for Texas.
So Texas calls a timeout. 5:20 to play third quarter. Back after this. Red River Showdown here in Dallas, Texas. Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, Jenny Taft with you from the legendary Cotton Bowl. Close to 100,000 in attendance. And they are being treated to a heck of a game.
Yeah, and if OU can't get this conversion, you run the risk of going down 21 in the second half. This is a down for the Sooners.
They need 3 yards. Kyler Murray dancing in the pocket. Murray looking, uncorks down the field, and incomplete. Lee Morris had it, just couldn't hold on. B.J. Foster in the vicinity.
Boy, I thought when Murray was holding the ball that he had a chance to run for it on that left side with his speed, but he was trying to go for the home run. Morris should catch that. Gets through to defenders. I know it's tough because it's going right through their hands, but as it hits Morris in the hands, he's going to lament that one. That's one he surely should have brought in.
Seibert will punt it away from his own 17. Deshaun Jameson is the deep man at the 20. Takes a bounce. Jameson picks it up. And Jameson finally taken down at around the 17-yard line. Parnell Motley with the tackle on special teams. But the big question now for, can this defense step up and stop somebody?
This is the biggest drive of the game. I don't believe with the way Todd Orlando's defense is playing, I understand Oklahoma is explosive, and you never say never, but this feels like the game right now. If Texas can take time off the clock, put together another one of these long drives, I don't know if OU is going to have enough to come back from a 3-score deficit with the way that defense is playing. So this defense right now has a lot on their shoulders. This is the most critical drive of the game.
First down and 10 to the 18-yard line for Texas. Ingram, and he just gashes the OU defense for 9.
But again, it's movement up front. Patrick Fahe, the left guard, just displaced the defensive lineman. Huge hole up front.
Ingram, 9 carries, 75 yards, looking for the first down here, and he has it.
The entire key for Oklahoma is first down. They're one of the worst defenses in the country once they get to 3rd and short. They've only prevented 2 3rd and shorts, that's less than 3 yards all season long. So unless they get their opponent behind the chains, they have virtually no chance in that set of downs. Look for a pressure or a blitz or something from Mike Stoops to force Ellinger into a bad decision here on first down.
Ellinger looking. And incomplete. Nobody in the vicinity that time as Neville Gallimore applying pressure to Sam Ellinger.
And that's exactly what they needed in this sequence, is for Texas to be how quick it happens when all of a sudden, boom, he's right in your chin. Just like that, Gallimore looping around, and Ellinger had nowhere to go with the ball. But again, huge down here for Oklahoma. Have to keep him out of the short yardage situation.
2nd and 10. Ellinger likes to go to the 2 big receivers, Little Jordan and Colin Johnson. Here's Ellinger, he'll run it. And he'll pick up maybe 5 on the play.
Well, he cut half to get off the field. Defense a little gas. This is a shot. I expect Mike Stoops to throw the kitchen sink at Ellinger here on 3rd and 5, Gus.
From the 35. Ellinger looks that way. Underneath, first down, Texas, Colin Johnson. Timely plays by the Longhorns.
And what happens when they get one-on-one coverage? They go to Colin Johnson. It was clockwork last series, and it's again his body, his frame, his ability to be physical that creates the separation on Trey Brown, and then he's able to get the contested catch and move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44. Ingram. And he'll hop through the hole. Pick up 2.
Success running the football, whether it's been Ellinger or even Ingram, who's had some success. He's averaging 7 and a carry on his 11 carries so far today. Got to think that they're going to stay on the ground and try to create that 3rd and short situation again.
11 carries, 81 yards for Ingram. 2nd and 7. Ingram, the true freshman from Carthage, Texas. Sam Ellinger looking, surveying, underneath, first down. John Burt with the reception, but Sam Ellinger had an eternity to throw the football.
Exactly. That O-line, it's not just what they're doing in the run game, getting movement, but it's also the time that Ellinger has had on some of these passing concepts to just do the entire field. He goes all the way from the right side all the way to the left side, third, fourth man in the progression to get the chains.
First down at the 44 for Texas. Under 2 minutes to play in the third. Beck in motion. Ellinger over the middle. Caught again. Little Jordan breaks a tackle. Humphrey picks up 30.
More time in the pocket. He's able to survey the field, get the completion, and then it's missed tackles in the back end. The big wide receivers, OU defense, they're either having to put their safety, they're just beating them up in one-on-one coverage.
And they're getting a great performance from number 56, Zach Shackelford.
Shackelford was injured for most of the season, sprained his foot in practice before that Tulsa game, and he's basically sat out ever since then. This is really his first time back. He had a few snaps last week, partner, but you're right. He's the leader. He was the linchpin of this offensive line, and they're different with him in there at the center position. That's the battery. That's your catcher. That's your leader of your offensive line, and they're certainly playing better with him in there.
He's from Belton, Texas. But the combination of Lil Jordan and Colin Johnson, 12 catches, 185 yards and a touchdown. Right now, a smash mouth drive for UT. Look at the time of possession.
Huge advantage. 4 trips, Gus, inside the red zone for Texas. 4 touchdowns. OU has got to force a kick.
First down at the Oklahoma 15 for the Longhorns. Ingram starting to warm up at running back. Ellinger delivers. Touchdown, Texas. Lil Jordan. And the Longhorns are eating barbecue here in Dallas. What a game. 44-24, Texas.
Watch the route. Lil Jordan is in the middle of your screen, 84. He barely gets a hand laid on him. Wide open. Great throw from Ellinger. On the money and on time for another touchdown. What a drive from Texas.
3 rushing touchdowns for Ellinger. 2 passing touchdowns for Ellinger. For the young man who at 2 years old said he was going to be Chris Sims. How about just being Sam Ellinger? That's enough. Lil Jordan Humphrey has thrown a touchdown. He's been successful in the end zone. His coach, Tom Herman, tell you what, he's a Mensa guy. He quotes passages out of mice and men. He's been a winner for a long time, and he's got this Texas program ready to turn the corner. The NLDS continues tomorrow night on FS1 as Cunha Jr. and the Braves take on Manny Machado and the Dodgers. It all begins tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
I know we had to get up early, but how about Clayton Kershaw last night?
Wow.
That was quite a performance. I couldn't turn the channel. I couldn't turn it off. I'm like, hey, you need to go to bed. You got to get up early. No, I want to watch Clayton Kershaw.
Kyler Murray has to respond. Throwing it underneath. Hollywood Brown splits the defense and gets out of bounds. And picks up 15.
Now this offense in its nature is to score quick. All 9 of their touchdowns last week against Baylor were under 3 minutes, but they need to be in that mode now. You got to start thinking about getting this down to a 14-7-point deficit as quick as possible.
Sideline caught. CeeDee Lamb still running, and Lamb stays in bounds. CeeDee Lamb finally knocked down as he gets close to the Texas 40 for a 19-yard pickup.
And Gus, human nature will tell the defenders to start playing a little bit more cautious because they don't want to make a big, egregious mistake. But that's when an offense like this will just start carving you up, so they got to stay aggressive.
On first down, Murray looking. Murray decides to run it. Murray, flag on the play, still on the move, and finally loses an edge inside the 15.
This one's going to be coming back. Ben Powers, the left guard, number 72, is going to get called for holding right where Murray left the pocket. He went right up the middle.
Holding. Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. It's first down.
Here's Powers. And as Murray takes off, watch his right hand. He just kind of holds him right there. You see that? That's exactly where the flag came out. Good call, because that's obviously affecting the play right there as Murray is leaving the pocket right through that gap. So OU's got to back up.
10 seconds for Oklahoma.
I don't think they're going to get it off. Quarter's going to end.
And that's the end of the third. What a quarter for Texas. Big time plays coming up from the Longhorns. They take a 45-24 lead into the fourth.
The NFL is on Fox. Saquon Barkley leads the Giants against Cam Newton and the Panthers. Then, in America's Game of the Week, Kirk Cousins and the Vikings take on Carson Wentz and the Eagles. It all begins with Fox NFL Kickoff. Then, a huge doubleheader on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
And welcome back to the AT&T pad so far. These two arch rivals, the Tech quarter, outscoring Oklahoma 21-7. First down and 20 at the 49 for you. Murray handing it to Sermon. He's got a lane. Trey Sermon. He will pick up about 6 on the play. Devontae Davis defensively for Texas.
Lincoln Riley's got to start thinking about cutting this game into thirds. Down 3 scores. You got to score minimum before the 12-minute mark to start having a chance. Thinking about the time of possession, what it's going to take to get 3 possessions and get them into the end zone in order to cut this deficit down.
Second and 13. Murray pulls it out. Looking over the middle. Incomplete. B. Morris. And that brings up third down and long.
Boy, there's just nothing in your playbook that is designed for this. You got things that you can go to, but the only solace that Lincoln Riley has is that this is certainly, with this score, full down territory, in particular with the field position. So Kyler Murray can throw this short of the chains, maybe look for some run after the catch, but they're going to go for it on fourth as well.
Look for Hollywood Brown. Third and 13 at the 44. Murray in trouble. And he's sacked. B.J. Foster. That's the 4th sack of the day for Texas.
And how about Foster comes all the way from depth, meaning all the way back in his safety position. Here he is, and then he's just going to start the slow process. Here we go, and then here he comes right into the backfield, gets knocked over, grabs the leg of Kyler Murray, and doesn't let go. B.J. Foster, one of these great true freshman safeties for Texas, along with Caden Stearns.
So Oklahoma forced to punt. Seibert sends it away. Jamison is the deep man. And he has the fair catch at the 16. 13:39 to go in the 4th quarter. Sam Ehlinger back on the field with the chance to put this one away. AT&T Red River Shootout on Fox is sponsored by the Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, it is the bar. By State Farm, here to help life go right. Things going right for Texas right now. Up 45-24. Trying to make it 5 straight against their arch rivals, the Oklahoma Sooners. More importantly, though, a win here, Joel, and Texas is in the driver's seat in the Big 12 Conference.
Especially with a win over TCU already, and this would be a win over OU. That would be 2 of the real 4 contenders in this conference. And you would say that Texas would be back in the driver's seat.
They'll play at West Virginia at home as they run it on first down. Trey Watson without a flag.
Holding. Offense number 52. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. It's first down.
Sam Cosme, the right tackle, earned his job after Shackelford left the lineup at center, and Cosme went in at tackle. They moved some other people around, but Cosme's been playing such good football they kept him in the lineup out there, big 52, but a little too aggressive there, and they'll have to back up. Doesn't it feel, Gus, like Texas is letting out a decade's worth of frustration today?
It certainly does. It certainly does.
They have not been the program that they have wanted to be since Colt McCoy walked off the field at the Rose Bowl in the national championship game against Alabama. And they've been desperate to get back to that point. And certainly this doesn't put them in the playoff or a national. But this feels like Texas is the team now all of a sudden to beat in the Big 12 the way that they have manhandled the Sooners here today.
First down at 10 of the 17. Excuse me, first down at 18 at the 9, and a flag on the play after the penalty.
Looks like you're going to get another hold here.
Holding. Offense number 72. Half the distance to the goal. It's first down.
It's Elijah Rodriguez.
72, he's the right guard. He's going up against number 90, Neville Gallimore. Yeah, no doubt. Got him hooked, just tuckles him down. 2 points for the takedown, but a hold in football.
First down and 23 now at the 4.
Well, here you go. Here's your opening, right? Not only could you get off the field in this type of a situation, but you could create field position for your offense for a potential quick strike score.
Ellinger takes the snap in the end zone, gives it to Trey Watson, and he'll lean forward for about 2. Amani Bledsoe, Robert Barnes combining on the tackle.
You know, last week against Kansas State, Tom Herman, who was having to call the plays because Tim Beck was in the hospital with an infection in his elbow, the offensive coordinator, he thought that he and Sam Ellinger both kind of went into a shell in that ball game and played too conservatively. And one of his things that he wanted to do this week was not get into that mode. Well, this is that choice, right? You're backed up near your own goal line. Is he going to be aggressive, or is he just going to run this out and punt it away?
Second and 21 at the 6. He's going to run it out and punt it away. As Watson gives him a little bit of breathing room. Buki with the tackle.
The last 2 times we've seen this long yardage situation on third down, Oklahoma has played what I would call an umbrella coverage. They just send everybody deep. They've got 3-4 guys deep back near the sticks. And what Texas has been able to do is throw it short and gain a lot of yardage and create a short yardage 4th down situation. Now, Texas has gone for it on those 2 previous occasions. I doubt they would do that here.
3rd and 16 at the 11. Empty backfield for Ellinger. And he throws underneath, ball caught. Will Jordan gets up to the 21. As Kenneth Mann rides him down, clock still moving. 11 minutes to go in the 4th. Lincoln Riley will get his offense back on the field.
And they're going to have to go gangbusters now. You're looking at getting the ball with about 10-15 left in this game, and they're going to have to go like crazy offensively if they want to come back.
Buchevsky, high snap. He handles it well and gets it away. And the ball will be downed at the 46. 10:28 to play in the 4th. Texas up 45. Big ones. 24 for the Sooners. OU offense coming up after this. The 2008 Red River Showdown showcased two of college football's top quarterbacks, Sam Bradford and Colt McCoy. The two combined for over 600 yards through the air, but it was Texas claiming victory, scoring twice in the final 8 minutes to win it 45-35. 45-24. Oklahoma, 1st and 10 at the 46. Murray gives it to Sermon. Sermon still moving, and Sermon picks up 8, maybe 9 on the play as he stopped by Caden Stearns.
If I was Texas, I would have a guy over the top of Hollywood Brown at all times. Force them to hand the ball off 7, 8, 9 times in order to score, because the clock is a huge ally if you're Texas.
2nd and 1. Murray. Incomplete. Sermon, the intended receiver, out of the backfield.
And that's exactly what they're doing, because they've got 2 safeties way back there and a 3rd safety in the game. Number 25, B.J. Foster, who's playing a little bit of a robber or a spy technique. So you've got 19 and 7, Caden Stearns and Brandon Jones, plus B.J. Foster in the game. They're just spying Murray's eyes.
3rd down and 1. Sutton, 1st down OU.
We're just inviting them to do that. Go ahead. Hand the football off. We're going to let the clock run. We're up 3 scores. We've put ourselves in great position, and it's going to force Murray to put the ball in precarious situations if he wants to get it down the field.
1st down to the 42. Kyler Murray in trouble underneath, and he finds Hollywood Brown, who gets close to that 1st down marker. An 8-yard pickup. P.J. Locke brings him to the turf.
Boy, how big of a tackle was that from P.J. Locke? Because there was some green grass in front of Hollywood there, and the nickelback P.J. Locke with a great open field tackle, getting him down to the ground.
2nd down and 2 at the 34. Brown lines up in the backfield. Now goes in motion again.
Just trying to move him around and see if they can get some sort of matchup.
Here's a handoff. Sutton, a lot of daylight before being knocked down at the 19 by Stearns. A 16-yard pickup. But remember when we used to watch Texas games, and they always had, similar to Oklahoma, a problem tackling. Not the same story with this Texas team.
Yeah, you know, for about the last, I'll call it 10 games, they've been one of the better tackling teams in the Big 12.
Murray rolls out of the pocket, over the middle, ball caught. Lee Morris, touchdown OU. 18 yards, or is it? Looks like it is.
What a great design there, and a great little flip from Kyler Murray. Watches, you're going to see at the end of the run, does he get into the end zone before anything comes down? Looks like he does. Yeah, excellent job by Morris, keeping his knee above the ground, reaching the ball over the goal line for the touchdown, and Murray's able to get him into the end zone fairly quickly. So now OU still with a good shot here.
4th passing touchdown of the day for Kyler Murray. Seibert in to attempt the extra point. And it's good. 8:28 to play, 45-31. Texas, but Oklahoma continues to fight. Back after this. Fox Sports and Wendy's brings you CFB Now, hosted by our own Jenny Taft, bringing you the fan, the best of college football throughout the season. Check it out today after the game on Twitter at the handle CFB on Fox. Tom Herman, cool as a fan on the Texas sideline. His team has been dominant, but can they finish? A lot of time left in this game, 8:28. Seibert to kick it away. And Seibert booms another kick out of the end zone. So we will stay right here as the Texas offense comes on the field. And partner, we were discussing during the commercial break, this is an important drive. A couple of first downs for Texas, and they can end this one.
Yeah, I mean, they might not run the clock out with a couple of first downs, but they essentially, in the game, make it nearly impossible. And that's what you're entering into is now 4-minute offense. 4-minute offense means you're going to try to be aggressive with play calls, but you're trying to milk every second off the clock that you possibly can. That's in the quarterback's hands. 1st and 10 at the 25. Ellinger running it. Ellinger, first down. You got to think about it like this. Every time you make a first down, you can essentially,
Actually, they're going to say he's short.
Just short of that.
So the clock continues to run.
Every time that you make a first down, you can essentially, if they don't take a timeout, drag about 2 minutes and 30, 2 minutes and 45 seconds off of the game clock. That's how you have to view these type of situations. It's all about the set of downs, and that's why they're just going to sit here and let it roll, let it roll. Almost beneficial that he didn't get the first down there.
7 on the play clock. Now they get into it. 2nd and 1 at the 34. They hand it off to Ingram, and I don't think he got it.
Here's your shot. Here's your shot if you're Oklahoma.
Kenneth Mann defensively for OU.
Oklahoma has got to send the house. This is their opportunity to get off the field. Mike Stoops has got to put everybody near the line of scrimmage. You got to assume that this is going to be Ellinger carrying the ball.
And he's been very successful running over that right side.
Here they come. You see the blitz. Now it's one-on-one on the outside, Gus.
3rd down and 1. Ellinger throwing it underneath. First down, Beck. Andrew Beck bobbled it, but managed to trap it at the end.
Yeah, and he's just going to cut across the middle of the defense. Just a little inside slant route. That's actually poor technique from the defender, because when you have everybody selling out for a blitz, you've got to play inside leverage. You got no help in there. So Barnes has got to understand that, know that that's where the wide receiver is going to try to go and try to go bat that ball down. Now Texas, with a new set of downs, can continue to milk this clock.
First down at the 38 for Sam Ellinger. Ellinger keeps it. And he crosses the 40. Kenneth Mann with the tackle, a 3-yard gain.
So impressed with Sam Ellinger.
I am too.
Not the flashiest player, is he, partner? But, man, he gets it done. He's tough. He's been really smart with the football. Has not put it in precarious spots. He's been incredibly efficient, both with his arm and with his feet.
Ellinger, 20 of 26. He's thrown for 285 yards and 2 passing touchdowns, and he's run for 3 touchdowns. And he hands it off. Ingram bouncing through the hole. Curtis Bolton with a tackle, but it's a gain of 4.
And this is why I said 2 first downs would likely do it. You're just getting to that point, and Lincoln Riley knows it. He's going to take a timeout and talk it over on the sideline.
Oklahoma calls their 2nd timeout. Back after this. Fox College Football is presented by AT&T Business, providing edge-to-edge intelligence. Aerial coverage is brought to you by our good neighbors at State Farm. Texas faced with a 3rd down and 3 at the 45. Keontae Ingram in the game at running back. Sam Ellinger has been perfect today. On 3rd and 3. Ellinger looks backside and just gets rid of it.
Boy. I gotta tell you, I do not like that play call. Even if you run it and don't get it, you're going to let the game clock continue to run. The clock is your best friend. They changed the play at the line of scrimmage because of what OU showed them on defense. I think that was a mistake from Texas. And now that there's a sliver now, that door is not totally shut. This guy's explosive, CeeDee Lamb, and OU, who knows?
Luchevsky sends it off toward the sideline. He kicked it out of bounds. Looks like he shanked it.
They're going to get great field position. Well,
a 33-yard punt.
I guess now it's a party. 5:22 left in this ball game, and now you start thinking about two-score deficit. Where do I need to score to give myself the best possible chance? And I think that break-even point is somewhere at the 2 minutes and 30-second point, 2:45. So business as usual right now for OU after getting off the field via their defense.
First down at the 33. Kyler Murray runs it. He's got to get out of bounds. Murray still moving. Wow! Look at the speed. Kyler Murray, touchdown. OU, 67 yards.
Unbelievable. This dude's a legend. He is a legend. Everyone around here knows it. Maybe the greatest high school football player in the history of Texas. And you can never say never. My goodness. A designed quarterback run down 14 with about 5.5 minutes left in the Red River Showdown. And this dude turned on the Jets. Wow.
Extra point good. Here we go. Broken glass everywhere now, folks. Oklahoma, Texas, 5:11 to go. Don't touch that dial. We may have one for the ages in this series brewing, folks. I've been calling college football for a lot of years. I don't think I've seen that kind of speed from a quarterback ever.
Well, not one that can also throw it with the efficiency that Murray does. That was incredible. And now you start to think back to those series where Tom Herman played it safe and just punted it away and, hey, we're going to be just fine. The pass play on the last series on third down stopped the clock, and then lightning in a bottle, and his name is Kyler Murray. And all of a sudden, Tom Herman's got to ratchet back his offense to a place where they were earlier in the game. Because I think it's the toughest thing possible to do.
That last third down and three play, when he threw the ball.
That's a bad call. It just is.
And the clock didn't keep running.
And this has been their bugaboo, the fact that they cannot hold the fourth quarter lead. They've given up more fourth quarter leads than anybody in college football over the last 2 years.
First down to the 25 for Ehlinger. The Texas offense has to refocus. They need their best drive right now. Here's the handoff. Ingram. Flag on the play. If it stands, it's a first down as he gets to the 40.
A pretty blatant hold right in the middle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense number 56, 10 yards from the previous spot. It's first down.
This offensive line has completely lost their rhythm. Watch the center, that's Shackelford, and as Curtis Bolton blitzes, he's just tackled right in the middle of the line of scrimmage. Easy call by the officials, who have had an outstanding game today in a huge environment. And this offensive line, they have lost their rhythm. They're no longer moving people off the ball. They're catching people. That's 3 holds in the last 2 series.
So after the holding penalty, they back it up. First down and 20. OU with 1 timeout left. Texas with 2.
Got to stay over the top of those big wide receivers if you're Oklahoma. Can't allow a big play.
Ehlinger. Sideline. Ball caught. And little Jordan gets out of bounds. as he's knocked out by Justin Broyles.
Boy, that
Clock stops at 4:34.
Even a design like that, an outside breaking route, you've got a chance to stop the clock when you don't want it to stop, even though it's going to run, obviously, outside of this 2-minute mark.
2nd and 13 at the 22. Ellinger rolls out of the pocket, throws on the move. Incomplete. Little Jordan Humphrey, the intended receiver. And that brings up a huge 3rd and 13 at the 22-yard line. Maybe the biggest play of the game for both teams.
No question about it. The tendency in this situation, OU has played that umbrella coverage I described earlier. They've had 3 and 4 guys back deep over the top. Colin Johnson and Lil Jordan Humphrey are both going to be at the top of your screen. And right now, OU doesn't have a safety over the top, but it looks like they will start to move Robert Barnes that direction, number 20.
Beck is in the slot at the bottom. 3rd and 13 at the 22. Here's Ellinger. Steps up, down the field. Incomplete. Trey Brown with terrific coverage, and it looks like Oklahoma will get another shot at it. Down by 7.
Trey Brown with the biggest play of the day. Goes right up through the hands and pushes Colin Johnson out of bounds, and even though he brought it down well out of bounds, and Mike Stoops has got to love it. Biggest play so far today for the Sooners, no question about it. And it comes from one of their corners, Trey Brown, the sophomore from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And there is an eternity left on the clock.
3:54. Oklahoma with a timeout. Texas with 2. As Ingram walks off the field slowly.
OU's average scoring drive is right at about 3 minutes. 9 of them last week came under 3 minutes, so they don't have to change a thing offensively. They roll out there with number 1, and it is business as usual.
Kyler Murray will get another shot at it. C.D. Lamb would like to give him excellent field position if he can get an opportunity. He stands at the 40. Uchevsky will punt it away inside his own 10. End over end kick. Lamb from the 37. Bounce it around and finally taken down at the 42-yard line. DJ Foster with the tackle. Last 2 drives for OU.
It's been Kyler Murray. This dude has been unbelievable. He comes out with a quick strike to Hollywood Brown, finds him down the field, and then it was his feet just gone. Finds a seam, and he says, "See you later." This guy was undefeated in high school, 43-0 as a starting quarterback. And in some of those games late in the playoffs, late in the season, the semifinals, he was down 15, 20 points in the second half. This is nothing new to him.
First down and 10 at the 43. Here's Murray, jumps it off. Sermon with blockers in front of him. Sermon, first down. Sermon down the sideline and knocked out of bounds deep in Texas territory. Brandon Jones with the saving push. 35-yard gain.
Are we witnessing this right now? 21 points in the 4th quarter?
First and 10 at the 22 for Oklahoma. Down 45-38. Murray to Sermon. Sermon! Another first down, still on his feet as he crawls forward to the 7.
The determination from Sermon. Gets drilled, stays on his feet, fights for extra yardage.
First down and goal at the 7. Under 3 minutes to go. has been brilliant. Murray, option, pitch, Sermon, touchdown Oklahoma! What a comeback!
It's the fake. Then they're going to get outside on the option, and Murray just pitches it right away, and it becomes a foot race between Sermon and the true freshman, Caden Stearns. Sermon cuts it back inside, easy touchdown, and OU has come all the way back.
Seibert to tie, and it's good. How about this? The Red River Shootout. Late in the fourth quarter, OU, Texas, 45 up. These teams are playing for the Golden Hat. Last year, OU celebrated on this field. Texas wants to do it this year, but now the real fight begins. As the Longhorns will come on the field with 2:38 to go. 2 timeouts. Oklahoma has 1 timeout left. So what's the strategy here, partner, if you're Texas?
Well, that's the problem, is that the strategy partly was the fact that they had so much momentum. They were moving people off the ball. They have lost that completely. I will say, in a situation like this, you got to remember a true freshman kicker for Texas, Cameron Dicker, who has struggled over the last couple of weeks.
He did have a big one today, 44 yards. 1st and 10 at the 25. Ellinger checks it down. Caught. Watson, and he gets out of bounds. Where do the Longhorns need to go to get in Cameron Dicker range?
He's at most, I would feel comfortable with something at around 45, 46 yards. That puts you right around the 26, 27-yard line that you got to drive all the way towards. Those big guys on the outside have got to play big now. Colin Johnson and Lil Jordan Humphrey, they've got to be the guys right now.
Dicker's season long is 46 yards against USC. 2nd and 11. Ellinger winds up. Incomplete, but a flag. Trey Norwood covering Colin Johnson, and this may be interference.
Pass interference. Defense, number 13. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Norwood's trying to play physical over on that outside, and he's just got a piece of Colin Johnson with that left hand. And it's not the fact that he didn't turn around, but it's the contact that draws the penalty, and that left hand that's right there. I thought that was an excellent call. Impeded the wide receiver's ability to get back to that ball. And Norwood draws the flag.
1st and 10 for Texas at the 39. Ellinger, flag on the play. Over the middle. This ball caught by Duvernay. But there was a lot of movement on the line.
Looked like OU jumped just a little bit. Kenneth Mann from his defensive end position. I don't know if he was drawn offside.
Defense, number 55 is in the neutral zone at the snap. The penalty is declined. Result of the play is first down. By rule, the clock will restart with the next snap.
Cameron Dicker, the freshman from Austin, starting to get loose.
They need to get to about right here, Gus, the 27, 26-yard line to give him a solid shot.
1st and 10 at the 43. Ellinger under pressure. Ellinger incomplete. Duvernay, the intended receiver. Parnell Motley. Defensively.
Well, they're giving their big guys chance. I know Duvernay's not one of the big guys, but Motley does a great job of, again, going through the catching zone. His hands are up. He goes straight up through it, avoids contact. I thought that was great coverage.
Cameron Dicker was two-time All-Stater in Austin. His career-long 53 yards in high school. 2nd and 10 at the 43.
It's a little different in high school here.
Ellinger underneath. Beck plows forward. Andrew Beck picks up 7.
And a really good design, because remember, without a first down, it doesn't matter what type of field goal range your kicker has. You got to move the chains here, and they get down to a short yardage situation.
3rd and 3 at the 36. Ellinger runs it, breaks it back, and picks up the first down the hard way. This kid is awesome. Look at him orchestrate this drive.
You knew it was coming. They've scored 3 touchdowns with this same play, and you get behind that big old quarterback, 230 pounds. He gains you a few extra yards and a new set of downs.
They call him Dicker the kicker. He got off to a great start in his career. 3 for 3 against USC. Struggled after that, but he's hit a big one today. 44 yards. His long of the season against Southern California, 46. Remember, he had a 53 in high school, and he's got a big smile on his face.
There's 4 things that Sam Ellinger has to be thinking about on every play outside of the actual details of the play. 1, where does my kicker want the ball when he kicks it? 2, no interceptions. Absolutely never throw the ball into a contested area. 3, no sacks. You cannot take a sack. And you got to understand, you got 2 timeouts. If there is a look that you don't like, he's got to take a timeout.
Do you know where Dicker would like the ball?
Absolutely. You've talked about it in game plan. You've talked about it with your head coach. You've talked about it with him. It's the aggressiveness without being too aggressive. Aggressive, not careless for Sam Ellinger.
First down and 10 of the 32. Will Kyler Murray get another shot? Right now, all he can do is watch.
Might even think about trying to start draining this clock out a little bit. They need yardage, right? I mean, this is, at this point, he's kicking a 50-yard field goal. I don't think Tom Herman is very comfortable with that with a freshman out there. So you've got to gain more yardage. But then you've also got to start thinking about, how do we get Oklahoma to call their timeout? How do we start draining some time before we attempt this field goal potentially? I don't think I would throw it. The way they've run the ball, in particular with Ellinger, I think I would run it 3 times with Ellinger and kick the field goal.
First down at the 32. Ingram in the backfield. Here comes a blitz. Ellinger will throw it. Ellinger sideline. Incomplete. Colin Johnson, the intended receiver. Clock stops at 1:04.
You saw that was in his mind, right? Because he was kind of open, but there was an underneath defender, and where did that ball go? Way far outside, even too far for Colin Johnson, because Ellinger knew he has to be careful with this football. They're leaving a lot of time in that timeout. Again, the run with Ellinger, I think, would set up the field goal opportunity and drain the clock.
2nd and 10. Ellinger will throw it. No, quarterback run with a lane. Ellinger dragged down after he gained 8 by Curtis Bolton. They're getting closer and closer to comfortability for freshman Cameron Dicker. Under a minute to go now.
And you do not call a different play. And OU is going to waste that timeout. That's why you call the run play. You force them to take the timeout. You start getting the clock on your favor, and you put yourself in a more advantageous position to kick this field goal. At this point, the first down becomes a situation where then you can Gus, wind the clock all the way down inside of 4, which would make the field goal the last play of the game. Because you still have timeouts. You would have complete control over the clock at that point if you can create a first down here.
If they kicked it right now, it would be from 41 yards out. Remember, Dicker has made a 44-yarder today.
Run the exact same play they've run for 3 touchdowns and the conversion earlier in this series. Just a quarterback sweep.
3rd down and 2. Here's Ellinger running it. He won't pick up the first down. So with 50 seconds and counting. Texas will let it wind down even more.
Yep, they'll take a timeout at the end of this play clock. So the kick won't end the game, but it'll be very close to it.
Cameron Dicker, a true freshman from Austin. Will get an opportunity here.
Second charge timeout for Texas, 30 seconds.
No timeouts for Oklahoma. Texas has 1. Coming into this game, Dicker was 0 for 3 from 40 yards and out since making both of his attempts against USC.
Oh my goodness, the pressure.
Hard to watch. And it's all on the shoulders of a freshman. A child shall lead. Cameron Dicker from 40 yards away. For University of Texas, Red River immortality.
Center strike.
And we said it during the USC game when Dicker was 3 for 3 in his first game with an opportunity to kick, that confidence could take this Texas team a long way.
Well, I got to tell you, he's never hit a bigger kick than that in his life. He might never hit a better kick than that.
Before the play, he's got to be removed from the game.
Marquise Brown, they bring him in with C.D. Lamb.
They took him out of the game for some reason. The officials took him out of the game.
.45, 9 seconds left. Can Texas hold on? And Dicker drives it deep into the end zone for a touchback. With 9 seconds to go, no timeouts for Oklahoma. And as Jerry Garcia would say, The Sooners are searching for a miracle.
I think you get into that situation where you just start pitching it back and forth. Maybe you have some sort of a hook and ladder design where you're trying to get Hollywood Brown racing across the field with some amount of space. And they're not even going to put Kyler Murray in the backfield because he's so explosive. Murray lined up at wide receiver. Austin Kendall in at quarterback.
And Texas.
This is the third and final charge timeout. For
We'll
Texas,
call timeout. Austin Kendall started last week's game against Baylor because Kyler Murray was late for practice the day before.
As soon as he was lined up over there, I immediately thought to myself, that's a double pass profile. You know, you can have, he's lined up on the left. Now all of a sudden you design something on the right, throw it to Kyler. He throws it across the field and chaos ensues. Texas saw that as well, had the same type of thought and thought, let's call a timeout and at least inform our team of what's on the field and what they're potentially trying to do on that opposite side.
How often do teams practice this kind of situation if you're Oklahoma?
Once a week. One time a week.
Here we go. 9 seconds left. Kendall bobbles the snap, picks it up, throws. Hollywood Brown, and he gets out of bounds with 3 seconds to go.
Well, as a kid, I saw Cordell Stewart throw a ball about this far, and that's what it's going to take right now.
Murray back in at quarterback. With 3 seconds to go. 48-45 Texas. Murray over the middle. C.D. Lamb goes laterally. Lamb pitches it. Sermon throws it back. Flags on the play. Loose ball covered up by Texas. And the Longhorns with a program-defining victory against their arch rival. Tom Herman, in less than 2 years, he's got it going in Austin. They beat Oklahoma 48-45. What a game.
Texas hasn't been in this position in a decade. They're back in the driver's seat in the Big 12.
And you like their style of play. Physical. Let's go to Jenny with Coach Herman.
Coach Herman, congratulations. No, it's okay. A lot going on. These moments, these kind of games, this is what you've been working for. And you said it to us a couple weeks ago that you guys were close. Is this the performance you needed for Texas to beat that?
Well, that's a really good football team. What a college football game, huh? In this atmosphere, in this environment, my hats are off to the Oklahoma Sooners, man. They played a heck of a game. They didn't give up. We're up 21 in the fourth quarter and let them right back in the game. But we found a way to finish, and so proud of our guys for finishing. That's been our mantra all season, all off season, and we finished the game.
Speaking of finding a way to finish it, tell me about Sam Ehlinger, because this kid grew up wanting to play here and be a quarterback for Texas. What can you tell me about his performance tonight?
He's tough. He's tough. We knew we were going to need him. He made some throws that he's probably not made in his past, and did a really good job throwing the football, but also, you know, down there on the goal line and short yardage when we needed him, he came up big.
And then how about Dicker the kicker? Dicker the kicker. Been waiting to say that. The freshman, calm under pressure. What about him?
Well, we've got a freshman deep snapper snapping to a freshman holder with a freshman kicker. In this kind of environment, that says a lot. My hat's off to his training, his high school, Lake Travis High School. He's kicked in a lot of big games, and we knew he could do it.
Enjoy this. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Gus.
All right, Jenny, thank you very much. And there it goes. The Golden Hat will be heading to Austin this year.
Along with our Ford unstoppable player. You know who it is. Number 11, Sam Ellinger. What a performance today. Ellinger was terrific. He was careful with the football, and yet he took shots down the field. In short yardage, he was tough and gritty and got the tough yardage that he needed. Touchdowns in the run game, a couple of just dimes down the middle of the field. And yeah, that's right. You throw them up. Hook 'em horns, because Sam Ellinger is playing his best football that he has played in a Texas uniform, and they are hungry for that in a Golden Hat, aren't they?
Yes, they are. What a day for the University of Texas. The final score from the legendary Cotton Bowl in the Red River Shootout. Texas 48, Oklahoma 45. Coming up after this short break, more post-game coverage from the Texas State Fair with our guys.